Hello students. Now in continuation of the soil pollution chapter, we have one more topic in that, which is solid waste management. Okay, so when you are treating solid waste, you have to be careful that you are collecting, treating and disposing it properly. So these three terms play a major role: collecting, treating and disposing. So that solid waste management is mainly referring to these three terms: collecting, treating and disposing of the solid wastes. Okay. Now, in the waste management process, the wastes are collected from different sources and disposed of. Okay. So, waste management process, the wastes are collected from different sources. That means what? Say for example, they are collected from industries, they are collected from household, they are collected from various say nurseries. Also there are certain waste which are collected. Okay, they collected from say chicken shops, mutton shops, many and also they collect scrap from automobile industries. Okay, or from the local bike mechanics also there is a lot of scrap which come out. Okay, now all those have to be collected properly and then they have to be disposed of properly. Okay, right. Now this process includes collection. Yes, you have to collect it. Then you have transportation. So you have those big trucks in which these are transported. Then you have to treat them properly. Okay, treatment, analysis and disposing of it. So you should segregate it. Basically, when I say analysis, if you have a segregation of wastes in place, then the analysis of it, or the content of how much say for example plastic waste is coming, how much of household waste is coming, how much of glass waste is coming, all these can be looked upon or analyzed in. Okay, and then accordingly they can be disposed. Okay, accordingly they can be disposed. All right. Now it needs to be mentioned so that strict regulations and guidelines are followed. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so it needs to be mentioned so that strict regulations and guidelines are followed. So you need to have strict guidelines. Okay, right. So India is actually entering into those kind of strict guidelines so that the waste is segregated. Now that has been started from the school level itself. Okay, so if you see a school which is following the waste management, they will have these kind of bins. Okay, right. So different industry will have different kind of bins. Say for example, if you're taking a school, you will have a paper bin separately, you will have organic bins separately when students eat their tiffin boxes. Okay, then you will have plastic bins, plastic disposable bins, because students, they can bring some juices or Tetra packs and they can drink and they can dispose it off. Okay, right. And so if you're taking example of a school, so you will have paper bins, organic bins and plastic bins. Now if you're taking an industry, you will have all these things coming into picture. Okay, right. Where people are there, definitely organic waste will be generated. Okay, and where industries are there, then definitely they will be using some glass materials, and paper, no doubt they will be using, and plastic for eating their daily meal. Okay, right. So all these are there when the industries are trying to dispose of waste. So this is how the waste management can be monitored. Okay, right. So in this we will see sources of solid waste. Okay, so when I say sources of solid waste, the first thing that everybody looks at is the domestic waste. How much domestic waste is coming from a house in a particular month. Okay, so that they look at upon. Okay, then solid waste materials from various industries. That's what I said just now. Then agricultural waste. Agricultural waste is also there. Then plastic, glass, metals, e-waste, etc. You know, e-waste, that is your waste, that waste which is generated by disposing of electronic items. Okay, then medical waste. You have the medical waste, that is the biohazard waste, wherein they dump it into the biohazard waste and they come and collect it and they dispose it off properly. Okay, then construction waste and sewage sludge. Okay, so construction waste is always generated because we are constantly evolving and we are constantly constructing buildings, and because of that, when man has evolved so much and he has achieved so much, he has also created sewage and sludge in the process. Okay, right? Now that is one thing. So these are some of the sources of solid wastes. Okay, now we will go a little further in this, or a deeper in this. Now the process of waste handling and disposal varies in different countries. Okay, so you know that. So every country follows a different waste handling technique. Okay, now in India the process differ according to the source of solid waste. They can be classified as, okay, so source of the solid waste. Okay, what is the source of the solid waste? That is municipal solid waste and hazardous solid waste. Okay, so municipal solid waste includes all the things, that is all these things will come under municipal solid wastes. And then you have hazardous solid waste. Say for example, you have a hospital which has a biohazard dustbin. Now in that they will throw all the used cotton which is with blood, or they will use all the removed tissues which are operated and then they are removed from the body. They are all disposed into that. So that is a hazardous solid waste. Okay, so it should not be just left like that, it should be disposed of properly. Okay, right? Now municipal solid waste can further be divided into biodegradable, recyclable and hazardous domestic waste. Okay, now the biodegradable waste includes rotten food. We have seen what biodegradable and non-biodegradable substances are in this chapter only, but here when we are looking at it, the biodegradable waste includes rotten food, vegetable peel and mostly wet kitchen wastes. So you might have observed it every day. Then the recyclable waste includes plastic can be recycled, yes. Hazardous waste include bulb, batteries, etc. Okay, so hazardous waste are bulb and batteries. You know what batteries are? The things which are there in your car, it has acid. Okay, so those disposal is a very challenging process. Okay, now the third one is the industry generated like chemical factories, medical waste from hospitals are considered as hazardous solid waste and need special settings to dispose them. As I told you, they have a separate bins for disposing the medical waste. Okay, then in any region, solid waste management is very important for the safe disposal of waste and to reduce environmental pollution. So to reduce the environmental pollution, definitely you need proper solid waste management, because nothing is bigger than the environment for us, and avoid any health hazard that may cause it. Okay, then landfills are the most common methods of disposing solid waste. So landfills, they are the most common method. As we discussed here, in Hyderabad you have a dump yard. You have dump yards wherein the trucks go and dump the solid wastes. Okay, so that is basically what is the landfill. Okay, modern day landfills are designed by taking care of various environmental factors and type of waste so as to minimize pollution and health risks. Okay, so generally people, you just directly take the waste and just dump it, but now in modernized India they are looking out for better ways of disposing those disposing those waste by designing modern landfills. All right, okay, right. Now, all right, so now in this session we have seen solid waste management and how it has to be disposed, and we have seen the sources. Okay, so I hope that you have understood, and in the next session we will be looking at effects of poor solid waste management. So if you are wasting the solid waste, you are not disposing it properly, what are the effects? That's what we are going to see in the next session. Thank you so much.